Voyage to the Sunken City gave Warlock a curse package. And the way the curses work, we have 7 cards that can give our opponent curses. The curse will sit in their hand for 2 turns and deal damage to them at the beginning of their turn. And each curse does 1 more damage. So the first curse does 1, second curse does 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, all the way up until we can cast 7 curses naturally. We can get some more with Tamsin, some more with Bran, some more with Zola. So potentially we could have curses that deal 10 damage to the opponent. A lot of people thought this deck was going to be terrible, but I had a little bit of faith in the curses. They just remind me a bit of Bomb Warrior, which is always surprisingly strong. So I thought today we would give it a spin. What an insane mage skin. I've never seen that. So Mech Mage, Naga Mage. Not really sure what I want in either of those matchups. Dark Reaper's probably fine. Okani is good. Mistress is also good. Okani is pretty insane against Mech Mage if I can find the coin, because I can block a spell, which would be the gateway. But looks like it's not Mech Mage. That is a really aggressive turn 1. I guess I want to play Okani for a minion going into my opponent's turn 5, probably. Seems like that's probably the most obnoxious place for it to land. How is this matchup? I've played a ton of Naga Priest, or Naga Mage, but I haven't played against too much Warlock. I would imagine the Mage does pretty well. Yeah, Warlock is the class I've played against the least with Naga Mage. The curses are kind of weird because they can just use them to reset Spitelash Siren. Let's just go tap Drain Soul, I guess. But yeah, in general, I would imagine the Mage probably does pretty well. Also, School Teacher is really good against Okani, because they can just attack and then hero power into Okani, and not even have to deal with it. I guess I'm just going drag below here. I think if they have a Siren, I might be in trouble. Could maybe draw Tamsin or Abyssal Wave to deal with the board, but it doesn't even kill the Siren. Okay, no Siren. I feel really good about there not being a Siren. I guess I probably still pick minion here. They do have a Noggling in their hand, but they can also have like First Flame. Okay, glad I went minion. The thing is though, like they have Noggling, which is only 1 mana, but Nogglings are really strong, so you don't necessarily want them to be countered. Multicaster, sure. Is Multicaster the consensus in that deck? The version I've been playing does not play Multicaster. I felt like early on when I was playing Multicasters, I just ended up with a full hand a lot, and it was kind of annoying. Starting next turn, I can Thalnos Abyssal Wave to deal 5. It's a pretty good breakpoint. It kills the legendaries, it kills Spitelash Siren. So I probably want to hold on to that. I'll just hit him with the, Oh, I actually could have just gone Zola plus Okani here. Maybe that was the play. I didn't even really consider it. Could still play Zola. I'll just do this, whatever. Okay, there's another board clear for a Siren. Probably still hold the Thalnos, though. Whoa, they had the Siren on turn 5 or whenever, turn 6. But, I guess they just didn't really have a good hand for it. Sometimes even if you have the Siren, you just have a handful of minions and it's not great. Another Siren in hand. Sure, sure. Alright, so I have a lot of options here. I think it's probably never entitled customer because that can deal with colossal minions. So it's always Abyssal Wave. But along with the Abyssal Wave, I can either play Thalnos or Mortal Coil or Touch of the Nathrezim. I think it's probably nice to hold on to Thalnos for a bit of flexibility. And let's see, Touch of the Nathrezim. I mean, I'm at 21. They do have a Siren in hand. They could potentially kill me with Queen Azshara, but it would be really hard. I think I'm just going to go Coil here. And it's not like this is a deck that can ever just not play minions to deny my touches. They pretty much have to play minions to do anything significant. The Abyssal Curses are really terrible against Spitelash Siren. Still not sure on the matchup overall, though. Maybe Warlock just plays enough healing that it's hard for the Mage to kill. I don't know. I think Mage probably wins, though. I've played a lot of Mage, and a lot of times they just get there. Oh, they actually cast that. I thought it was off of the Noggling. Well, this isn't much of a board, but I'm probably still forced to clear it. I guess if it's explosive runes, I'll probably just go Mistress plus Touch. Not explosive runes. I can probably tap here. Nah, I probably just play this, actually. That's a 3 damage curse. Next turn I can go Bran plus Zackle. And that will heal me for 9. Although that's probably not happening. I have no clue what spells are inside this Savara. Actually, we just might not have a good answer here. If they don't deal with my entitled customer, I can Zola bounce it. But, it's kind of hard to imagine my entitled customer surviving. That's a lot of damage. Oh, one of the cards from their Savara is a curse card? Is that what I'm seeing? That's pretty rough. So, since they've played this, I haven't played a spell, right? So it probably is just counterspell. Which sucks, because I want to go Gigafin, Mistress of Mixtures, Touch of the Nathrezim. I guess Gigafinning this board isn't even that good, because it's really easy to kill. I think it makes sense to just throw in the Mistress. Is this not a curse card? It has the aura of a curse card. Maybe when you add it with Savara, it does 0. That is whack. Ice Barrier? Seemed like a bad pick. Alright, well, I believe... What did I decide? This Bran plus Zackle heals me for 9. I could maybe tap. I don't think this is like a Runed Orb or something, because they would have just cast it. Feeling pretty good at 13. And they're out of Sirens, so it's not super easy to get rid of those curses. They do have to actually spend mana on them. Something targeted my face, but there's just no way they actually have 13 damage here. And it looks like they might not even be respecting Bran, so I can just play Spice Bread Baker and probably just win the game off of it. This does 6 damage. So I've got 9, 11, 17. Oh, plus I have Tamsin. So then another 7. I believe this is lethal. I think it's exact lethal. And I was at 20? They weren't even close. Oh, I don't want to play against a Druid. Well, I don't want these cards regardless. I do think Gigafin is a good card against Druid. But that doesn't necessarily mean I want it right now.
You gotta be scrappy with scraps.
Beautiful coil. I was debating on whether or not it would be worth it to touch the Jerry Rig Carpenter. Probably would have in the end. But with coil, I didn't even have to consider it. Well, 9 cards in hand. Hate to see it. I think I want to save the Syracuse cultist for late game double cultist plus Bran. Maybe my next turn is just like cultist plus Zola. Or maybe I Zola this. Can play the cultist here to make my opponent overdraw. Oh, Connie is really good as well. But I can't tap with it. Overdraws are pretty good in this matchup. If you can hit Kazakus, I think the matchup is like... Oh, I think the matchup is almost a free win without Kazakus. So, God, I just have double entitled customers, so I can wipe anything pretty much. I have Gigafin for Ivus, although that's not a complete solution. I actually don't really have a great answer to this. What do I do here? Just cast some full-blown evils to soften this up. That really sucked that I wasted 3 shots on the Onyxia. But she dies to Drain Soul next turn, or if the opponent commits more stuff, I have Entitled Customer. Can tap with the customer to deal 9.
You gotta be scrappy with scraps.
That is a lot of mana. The game, I think from here, pretty much entirely hinges on whether or not my Gigafin actually answers their Ibis turn. Because if they can somehow deal with Gigafin, I have no other answer to Ibis. Alright, well that's definitely not enough to get me to play a board clear, I think. I guess I want to play Okani here. And then what? Probably just pick Minion. Too many cheap spells, but I guess a lot of the spells are like pretty powerful. I think I like Minion on this. Might just make their turn annoying. Not the minion I wanted to counter. But they did still have 2 Kelp Keepers and a Druid of the Reef.
Reflect in the moonwell.
Looks like it might be time for my entitled customer to shine. And then I suppose I life tap along with my customer. Might have actually had to life tap. I think this is, yeah, it's 1 over. I didn't have to.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
I guess something I can do actually is Tamsin with Dragged Below and Drain Soul, and then just have 0 mana deal 7 for my Gigafin turn. So I can kill the Maw. Guaranteed way to deal with Ibis. But I do need to find Tamsin, and they're definitely going to be finding Ibis faster than I find Tamsin on average.
Just resting my eyes.
This would be a beautiful Tamsin turn. I don't think this armor matters too much. Coil. I mean, I might just play Coil for fun here. Probably. I'm just going double full-blown evil, I think. And I don't really think Coil ever gets better.
This might sting. Reflect in the moonwell.
Please be Naga. Alright, we just have to rip the Gigafin and hope they don't have an answer to it. I don't really know what their answer could be. It'd have to be like Wrath. Let me look at a Druid list, so I can try to find something worth playing around. They do play double Wrath. That sucks. I don't really see what this could possibly affect, but maybe something.
Oh, I hope it's good. This must be the way. I'll miss you.
They don't play Wrath. Beautiful. Beautiful. Man, like every list that I'm looking at plays double Wrath. I guess here's one that doesn't. Pretty lucky for me.